Hey YouTube, I'm Kishan, and in this video you will be learning how to create this awesome class morphism UI using React.js. So without wasting any time, let's get started. So I'll open my VS Code here, open up a terminal and create a new React app by npx. Create React app class morphism UI. You can skip this part. So React application has been successfully set up. Now let's go into the class morphism folder and start the application by yarn start. Okay. Also I have this assets folder. I'll be placing that inside the source folder. You can find this in the video's description. Move. The application has been started successfully. Now what we'll do is delete the clutter files. We don't need this setup.test.js, web vitals files. We don't need these logo.svg. We don't need the index.css. We don't need the test file. And inside index.js we'll delete the index.css import and the report web vitals, and from below we'll also be deleting this web vitals function. That's done. And inside the app.js we don't need the logo. We'll delete this content. We're gonna remove this class from here and just write hello. Save it and let's see if changes are made. Yeah, the changes are working. And now what I'll do is I'll go into the app.css, I'll delete all of these code and I'll select the body, give it I'm sorry, it's all in caps, body, margin of 0, padding of 0. I'll hit enter and give the box sizing as the border box. Let's save it and run it. Yeah, that's working. Also what I'll do is I'll select the h1 to h6, h6. I'll also select the input tag here and I'll select image and give it a margin and padding of 0 as well. Yeah, that's done. Now we'll grab the fonts from Font Awesome. No, not the Font Awesome. We'll use Google Fonts. We need the Roboto. In Roboto, we'll be selecting 100, 300. We'll need 400 as well and 500, and we'll select the 700. That's it. We'll copy this import from here. I'll paste it at the top of our app.css. I'll copy the font family from here and give it to body. Yeah, that's it. Now let's check out if the fonts are working. Yeah, the fonts are working. Yeah, you can see that. Now what we'll need is we'll be using style components inside our project. So I'm gonna install it from here. I'll open up a new terminal. Go to the class morphism folder and I'll use yarn add. We'll be needing React icons for the icons, and we'll also be using the style components library. Should be components. Oh my god, spellings. Yeah, that's it. You can skip this part as well. Yeah, that has been installed. Now let's delete this terminal, close it, and let's start our project. In app.js, what we'll do is firstly we'll import the style components here. Import style from style components. We'll delete this div and instead we'll write a container div here and a card div here. This div will be created from the style components below. Let's create that. Const container is equals to style dot div, and we'll also create a const of card is equals to styled dot div. Okay, so the container div will be for this and the card would be for this. Now let's get started with the container div. The container div will be having a flex of display of flex. We'll also justify the content center and align items center to center everything out. We'll give it a height of 100 viewport height. Let's check it out. Okay, we need to place some content here. Yeah, you can see that everything has been centered. Now what we'll do is we'll get a background of linear gradient. We'll be giving it to right. The colors would be F6A00 and the second would be hashtag EE09 and 79. Let's save it and check it. Yeah, that's working. Okay, so what do we need is, yeah, that's all. Our background is perfect. Now let's style our card component. Firstly, we'll give it a height of 90 viewport height. Then we'll give it a width of 80 viewport width. Let's save this and okay. Now we'll also need a background property. We'll give it 255, 255, 255 and 0.25. Let's see that. Yeah, that's it. Now let's give it a blur with the backdrop filter property. Backdrop filter, and we'll give it a blur of 14 px. Yeah, that's it. That's working. Now we'll also give it a border radius. Border radius should be 0.7 rem. 0.7 rem. No, we need to give it more. 0.8. Yeah, that seems perfect to me. Okay. The width should be 80 viewport width. Yeah, that's perfect. Okay. Now we'll also give this a box shadow. You can see here that it has a very light box shadow here. We'll give it here box shadow of 0.8 pixels, 32 pixels, again a 0 and a RGB of 31, 38, 135 and 0.37. Let's check it out. Yeah, a box shadow is here. Let's give it a display of flex as well to, yeah, that's all. I will remove this hello from here. What next? Let's do this sidebar here. So for the sidebar, what we'll do is we'll create a component named as sidebar and import that in app.jsx. So I'll create a new folder here named as components, and inside that I'll create a sidebar.jsx component. I'll use RFCE shorthand syntax to create the component, and I'll also import style from style components. Yeah, and what we'll need else, that's all. First let's delete this and create a const of sidebar container is equals to style.dev. We'll give it a profile container inside that, which would be style.dev as well. Now let's use this here, sidebar container and the profile container. Now that's it. Now what we are gonna do is, inside the profile container we'll be having an avatar component for this, a name component for this, and a title component for this. Let's do that. Create the const of avatar, it should be capital here, and give it the style dot, it should be image, I think. Yeah, it should be image, style dot image. Forgot to write is equals to here, and we'll be needing a name is equals to style.h1 here. We'll also be needing a title component is equals to style dot, it should be h2. Yeah, that's it. Now let's use those here. Avatar will be self-closing tag, and name and the title. That's it. Inside name I'll write my name, Kishan Sheikh, and inside title I'll be writing Pro Gamer. For the avatar we'll import the image here. Import avatar image is equals to, now it should be from assets and avatar image dot jpeg. That's it. We'll pass it here. Source is equals to avatar image. Let's check it. Okay, we need to import the sidebar component inside our app component. That's it. Yeah, that's right. Now let's style this. Firstly, we'll be styling this avatar, so size would so let's style this. I'll first select the image and give it a small size. It would be 7 rem. That's good. And let's give it a border radius as well. Border radius of 5 rem. That's good. Now let's go for the sidebar container. The width of the sidebar container would be 30% of its parent. height would be 100% of its parent. The background would be an RGBA of 255, 255, 255 and 0.1. We'll give it a backdrop filter, and the blur property would be 14 pixels. Yeah, that's working. Okay, that's done, but you can see here that we have to give a border top left radius and a border bottom left radius to match this. Let's do that. Let's go to VS Code and with the border top left radius would be 10 pixels, and let's copy this and paste this, and we'll give border bottom left radius. Yeah, that's it. Let's look good. Yeah, that's it. It looks good. Let's proceed further. Let's select the profile container here. Give it a display of flex. Justify content of center. Align items of center. Let's test this out. We should also give a flex direction of column. That's it. Now we'll give it a height of 25%. And padding of 3 rem top, 0 rem, 1 rem of bottom, and again 0 rem. That's it. It's okay. Now let's grab the H1 here. We'll give it a color of A53B11. Let's copy this and we'll give it to the H2 as well. Now we'll give the font size for 1.3 rem. We'll give a margin 1 rem, 0, 0.2 rem and 0. Let's check this. Yeah, that looks good. And we'll style the title component, and we just need to give the font size as 1 rem. Yeah, that's similar. Now we'll be styling the links here. We'll be adding the links. So for that, what should we do? Okay, firstly we'll be needing a links container, and we'll need the link inside that, but we'll be creating a separate component for that. Const links container is equals to style.dev. We'll keep this for now as it is. Let's create the component using the link.jsx, and the link, what we'll do is first we'll create the component using RFC. Okay, instead of dot I write a colon here, comma, sorry. Now what we'll do is RFC, we'll grab the style and let's delete this div here. There would be a link container. Inside that there would be an icon, and inside that we'll first select the SVG. The SVG would be having a width of 0 and the height of 0. Now we will select the linear gradient here. The gradient would be having an ID of gradient. If the x1 is equals to 100%, we'll give y1 is equals to 100%, x2 is equals to 0%, y2 is equals to 0%, and we'll give it the stop. This would be self-closing, and stop color would be our gradient's color, which is hashtag FF6800, and the offset would be 0. So it is equals to 0%. The copy of will create a stop again. Stop color would be again, and our background gradient color, which is EE0979. Okay, and the offset would be 100%. Yeah, that's all. After the SVG, we'll need to pay right, children here. Children. Yeah. Let's import everything from the props here. We'll need the title from the props and the children. Okay, that's it. Now let's write our style component here. We'll create a const of link container is equals to style dot div. Let's first use this component here and pass data in here, so we can see that what we are styling. Inside the link, we'll be using a link component, and inside that I'll be using an icon from React Icons. Okay, this is also self-closing, and we'll give it a title of screens. Let's import that here. Import from React icons /im, and inside that we will be needing im twitch. Okay, that's done. We'll also need to create a const of default style here for the gradient to work, and we'll give it a fill of, this should be string, that would be URL #gradient. Okay, there seems to be an error here. What's that? Okay, we need to give it a bracket here. Okay, sorry, this should be above the return. Yeah, that's all. Now what we'll do is we'll pass the default style here. Style is equals to default style. That's it. Now check. Okay, link container is not defined and icon is not defined. That should be from here. Is link container and const icon is equals to style dot div. Let's check it again. Yeah, our icon is here. You can see that it has the gradient of our background. Let's style it further. We'll select the link container here, and what we'll do is we'll give it a display of flex. Before moving forward, we should write a title here. Yeah, we'll need another style component named as link text, and inside it we'll write the title. We should also define it here. Const link text is equals to styled dot should be a div as well. That's it. Let's style this further. Display flex margin of 0.5 rem of top bottom and 0 the left and right. Okay, we'll give it a color of E53 E11. Yeah. We also give it a font weight of 500. Let's save this and check it. Yeah, that seems nice, but we need to center this and increase the size of this. Let's do that. Inside the icon, I'll select the SVG and give it a height of 2 rem and a width of 2 rem as well. We'll give it a cursor of pointer. Yeah, that works. Now let's do the same for the link text. We need a padding of left to separate the items. Padding left 1 rem. Padding of top 0.2 rem. And a cursor of pointer again. Yeah, that seems to work for now. Okay, we need to style this whole container in the sidebar. This one. What style should be given here? Okay, we'll give it a padding of padding left should be enough. Padding left of 5 rem. Let's see that. Yeah, it has been center, and let's give it a margin as well. Margin of 2 rem of top bottom and 0 of left and right. That's good. Now let's copy this link. Copy, paste. Yeah, that's good. Now we have to change this. Would be games. This would be upcoming, and this would be library. Yeah, that's done. Now let's change the icon. The icon would be for here. Let's import from the first. Import from React icons / IO, and inside this we'll be grabbing the IO logo, and we'll need the game controller logo, game controller B. That's it. Select this, paste it here, check if it's work. No, it's not working. Yeah, it works now. Let's do same for the other ones. We'll need IM book, and we'll also be needing an FA stream. Yeah, we'll be needing an FA stream. React icons and FA, and inside here we'll be using the FA stream. That's it. Here we'll be using FA stream, and here we'll be using IM book. See this, check it. Okay, this icon is different here. We need the Okay, it's FA Steam, my bad. FA Steam, and from here we'll remove the R. Okay, that's it. It works. Yeah, that's good. The icons are interchanged, but that's not a problem. Now let's create this. Okay, for that what we need, let's create a component here, pro box. Inside pro box we have a pro text component, and we'll be having an image component here. Okay, that's it. The image tag would be self-closing. Here we'll write join pro for free games, and here we'll give it a source of controller. Let's import the controller first. So controller should be /assets, and this controller.png. That's it. Let's test it. Okay, we need to first define the components. So the components were the pro box, pro text, and the image. So for the pro box, equals to style.dev. For the pro text, it would be span, style.span. And for the image, it's just a basic image tag. Let's run it. Yeah, that works. Now let's style this. First, let's make this image smaller. We'll give it a height of 4 length. And what we'll do is we'll rotate -60 degree. You can see that here. Okay, for rotating we'll be using the transform and rotate of -60 degree. Yeah, that's working. Now let's go to pro box, and for the pro box we'll give it a background of linear gradient. We can copy this from the app.jsx, and yeah, we can copy this from here, and where is pro box? Yes, we can paste it here, and let's check it. Yeah, that's good. We'll also give it a flex docs property and justify content of center and align items of center as well. That's good. And let's limit the width to 50%. That's good. What else? We'll give it a margin of auto and auto to center things out. Yeah, that's good. And we'll give it a border radius of should 1 rem is enough. Yeah, that's good. Let's give it a height as well, height of 15%. That's good. We need to give this a padding. Should be padding, and padding would be 1 rem. Yeah, that's good. That's identical. Oh, the text is left. Okay, the pro text. Here we'll be using a color of hashtag E7, 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 and the font weight of bolder. The column is left. Okay, now it's identical. Now let's start to create this section. So now we'll be styling this content component. So let's start with it. So I'll close the sidebar, we don't need that. Inside the app.js we need that. We'll close the link and we'll also close the CSS. Now inside the components, I'll create a main content component for JSX. We use RFC again to create the component. Nothing new. And inside here we'll import that main content. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Okay, that's done. In the main content, let's import, we'll be needing the style, then let's import an icon named as fi search from react icons /fi. Then yeah, we'll import these images as well. Okay, the end, let's import the images. First we'll import the assassin image, assassin from assets assassins.jpg, JPG, sorry. Now we'll need a Spider-Man image from assets Spider-Man.jpg. Also we'll need a Batman image. Okay, our imports are done. Okay, so first what we'll do is we'll create a const of main content container is equals to style .dev. Now we'll create a main title for the title, that would be style.h1. Now we'll need a input container for the input. Input container is equals to style.dev. Now we'll be creating an input is equals to style.input. Yeah, that's it. Now let's remove this divs and write main content container, and inside that first we'll write the main title. Here we'll write active themes. Now we'll write the input container here, input container, and inside input container we'll have our input, that would be self-closing, and let's use the fi search here, that would be also self-closing. Let's check it. Okay, what just happened? It cannot resolve assets batman.jpg. Okay, it has to be jpeg. That should work now. Okay, there is another error. Okay, we need to have parentheses here. Still okay, that's done. Yeah, it is working now. So let's style the main content container first. So this would be having a margin of 5 rem to the top, 5 rem to the right, 0 to the bottom, and 5rem to the left. That's good. We'll give it a color. AA0537. That's good. Now in the main title, what we'll do, okay, we don't need to style this. Yeah, that's good. We don't need to style that. In the input container, we'll give it a position of relative. We'll give the SVG of position absolute, and the right would be 10 rem and the top would be 1.5 rem. Okay, we also need to give padding here. Okay, let's grab the input. Inside the input, firstly what we'll do is we'll give it a border radius of 2 rem. That's good. Now we'll remove the border using border none property. We'll give it a width of 15 rem. We'll give padding of 0.6 rem and 1 rem. That's good. Now we'll give it a background of RGBA 255 255 255 0.1. Okay. We need to do something else. We need to give it a blur. Backdrop, filter of blur, it would be 18 pixels. Yeah, that's good. Now what we'll do, we'll give it a font size. Font size would be of 0.9 rem. Okay. Now we'll give it a color of DD063D. That's good. Now we'll remove the focus outline by using focus outline of none. That's good. Now we'll change the placeholder text color. Placeholder and we'll give it a color of the same as here. Just copy this, paste it here. Let's refresh this. Okay, something's missing. Yeah, placeholder text is missing. So for the placeholder text, what we'll do is firstly we'll give it type of text, and the placeholder would be search. That's done. Yeah, that's working, but this magnifying glass is not here. We need it here. Let's check it why it's happening that way. Okay, we have right of 10 rem on top of 1.5 rem. Okay, what we are missing here? Okay, let me check it. Okay, for now we'll leave this here as it is. We'll style this later on. Moving forward, we'll now create some games. So for the games we need an separate component named as game component. So what we'll do is I'll create a new game.jsx use the RFC again. I'll import the style, and what we need here, yeah, that's all. But in the game here, we'll be needing some props. Image, title, platform, and person. That's all. And here we'll define some style components. First is game container. That would be a style.div. We'll need a game image. That would be style.image. Now we'll need a game title. First we'll need a game text container. That would be style.div. Now we'll need a game title is equals to style.h2. We need a platform equals to style.h3. We need a progress bar is equals to style.progress. We also need a person is equals to style.h2. That's pretty much it. We don't need anything else. Now let's create the structure here. The game container first, then inside we have the game image, and the game image would have the src is equals to image from the prop. This is self-closing. Then we have game text container. Inside it we have game title. We'll use the prop title. We have the platform. We'll use the platform prop. Now we have the progress bar. This is self-closing. We'll give the value is equals to person and a max size of 100. That's it, and we'll write the person here. We'll give it the prop person and with a person itself. That's it. Now let's use it here. We'll be needing a container. Yeah, below this we'll create a game container. We have the game component. Self-close this, and we'll pass the image of assassin first. Then we'll give a title of Assassin's Creed Valhalla. Then we'll give it a platform of PS5 version. We'll also give it a percent. That would be 50. That's it. Now let's create this div. Let's check it out. We need to make this image smaller first. In the game.jsx, we have this game image. Firstly, we'll style this We'll give it a height of 5 rem and the width of 5 rem as well. We'll give it a border radius of 1 rem. That's it. Now let's start this game container. I think we should first write all those 3 games here, so we can style that accordingly. Copy this. We need 2 more. First I'll pass here the Spider-Man. Game name would be Spider-Man Miles Morales. The percent would be 74 here. The platform would be the same, and here we'll pass Batman, and the game name would be Batman Arkham Knight. Percent would be 90%. Okay, let's style this game container here. So everything in the main content would be styled. So margin top of 2 rem, display of flex direction of column, and a gap of 2 rem between all of those game component. You can see it's not looking so good. Let's style the game component now. We'll go to game component, and inside that, firstly we'll select the game container. We'll give it a display of flex. Okay, that's good. You can see that our icon is fixed automatically because it has the proper available width. Now let's move further and justify content of space around. Okay, align items of center. Now we'll give it a background. Background would be RGBA 255, 255, 255 and 0.2 of transparency. Let's give it a backdrop filter. Blur, and the blur value would be 18px. That's good. Now the width would be 140% of the available container width. That's good. Now we'll give it a border radius of 1 rem and the height of 7 rem. Let's see that. Yeah, that's pretty much done. We just need to style this progress bar and this percent. Okay, so first we'll move to game text container. Inside this we'll give it a display of flex direction of column and border radius of 1 rem. Okay, the game title will give a font size of 1.4 rem, and the platform would be having the font size of 0.9 rem. Font size 0.9 rem. We'll also give it a margin bottom of 0.6 rem. Let's see that. Yeah, that's good. We'll style the progress bar later on. First we'll slide the percent. The percent would be having the background gradient, so we'll copy it from app.jsx, this background. Okay. Background is there. Now what we need to do is we'll use WebKit as background clip of text. We'll give a WebKit text fill color of transparent. That still doesn't work. Why is that? Okay, found the error. We need to only give a single here. Yeah, that's it. It's working now. All this left is style this progress bar. Let's do that. So initially we'll give it a border radius of 0, a width of 100%. Let's check that. Okay, the default stylings are gone. Now we'll give it a height of 1.3 rem. That's good. Now we'll select it using pseudo classes, WebKit, progress bar. Here we'll give it a background color of hash C5. Okay. Now we'll give it a border radius 1 rem. We'll copy this and we'll write value here. We'll give it a background. We need we need this background gradient. That's done. Now we need to give a border radius of 1 rem. Okay, that's done, but we need to increase the size so everything is in place. Or we can also do something like okay, so inside this game text container we need to remove this border radius and we'll give a width of 18 rem. Okay, that's all. Everything works now. You can see that both are very identical. Okay, something's left here. We need to give a border box shadow here. Okay, let's do that. Inside the game container, we'll give it a box shadow RGBA 0, 0.2, 0 pixels, 12 pixels, 28 pixels and 0 pixels. Now we'll also give it a RGBA 0, 0, 0, 0.1, 0 pixels, 2 pixels, 4 pixels and again 0 pixels. We'll give it another one, RGBA 255, 255, 255 and 0.5. We'll give it 0 pixels, 0 pixels, 0 pixels. Where is it? Platform. Yeah, here's a mistake. We'll remove that. Okay, that's it. We are done with this Glassmorphism UI. If you like the video, please subscribe to the channel and hit the like button. See you in the next one.